Hey, I'm Hunt, and this is Hunt on LSU, your channel for LSU Fighting Tiger football talk. Enjoy the video. We want you to leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe right below the video. Enjoy. We head out to the Jim's Firearms Hotline now, chat with our guy Matthew Brune from the Bengal Tiger, part of the On3 network. Matthew, how are you, sir?
Hey, Hunt, I'm doing well. Obviously, had BK earlier, and now just getting ready for some more content, more basketball, more football. Everything's going well.
Yeah, we'll talk a little basketball here at the end as LSU plays Louisiana Christian. I want to say Louisiana College. That's what it was. Louisiana Christian this evening in the PMAC. Free admission for those that want to go check it out. But Matthew, can you play cornerback? It doesn't appear that LSU has any left.
Yeah, I was a cornerback back when I was like 11 years old.
Perfect.
So
that's enough
I think I
experience.
fit the bill.
So we look at this. Brian Kelly confirmed today as Alexander is out. Denver Harris and Deuce Chestnut unavailable, whatever they're doing. So what does that look like for LSU in terms of the corners that they'll have out there against the Tide on Saturday night?
Yeah, it very much opposite of Sage Ryan. It'll be either Ashton Stamps, who has actually been nursing an injury as well over the past couple of weeks, but he's practicing and available. I think between Stamps and then you have LaTerrence Welsh, sophomore, that has shown some flashes, got a lot of run against Ole Miss. Jeremiah Hughes, true freshman out of Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, and then Javian Toviano, true freshman, who is kind of a hybrid safety nickel corner type guy. So those are their options. None of them have real, obviously, SEC experience that you can rely on in a game like this, but they're going to try to piece it together and go from there.
Do you think that group has a chance to hold up against Alabama?
It depends what you how you define hold up. I don't love them in one-on-one situations. I think even though Alabama's receiver room is not as dynamic as it was, obviously, when you had the Jalen Waddle and all those guys, those teams in 2019, 2020, it's still, I think, better than what it was last year with Burton and those guys. So I think they do have big playability. Jalen Milroe has shown the ability to take shots, and I think he's gotten a lot more comfortable as the year's gone on. So I expect Alabama to have success in the passing game. The question is, will they get those easy 50-yard completions? Will they get easy touchdowns? And that's where, if you're a defense, if you're LSU, you hope to at least get them in the red zone, maybe hold them to 3 on a couple of occasions.
Mekhi Wingo, we learned, is going to be out likely for the season, had surgery. Mekhi says he'll be back for the playoffs, is what he just tweeted out, but they won't have him on Saturday night. How big a loss is that?
It's significant. I mean, obviously he's their best defensive lineman. He's one of the best defensive linemen in the SEC. I do think if you go back and watch the Auburn game, I think throughout this season, honestly, he's been really not 100%. And as a result, I think that this has not only been something that's been lingering, but something that's probably been getting worse for Wingo. So he's had surgery on it, out at least 6 weeks. Like you said, he's hopeful to get back to the playoffs. So we'll see if they can get there for him. But yeah, just a really unfortunate situation for a really good guy.
How would you characterize Jalen Milroe's play this year?
Improved, I'd say. The first thing that stands out when you watch him this year compared to last year is I think his feet are a lot better, and that's not even me, trying to be like a quarterback guru. I think he just looks a lot more calm in the pocket. He knows what he's looking for, and he doesn't run the ball off of scramble situations nearly as much as he did last year, nearly as much as we expected him to. So he's throwing it. He's got the arm. We know he has the strength to let it fly, and I've been impressed with his intermediate to deep throwing. Obviously, the short stuff, his overall accuracy is a question mark. He's not a great quarterback by any means, but he certainly has improved drastically over the past 6-7 weeks.
Let's flip the LSU offense against the Alabama defense. LSU's basically just gone up and down the field on everybody they played outside of one half against Florida State. Do you anticipate more of the same on Saturday?
I think it's a fascinating matchup because this Alabama defense, when you watch the tape, it really looks like a defense that has a litany of 5-star guys on it with the speed, the size, and everything. They check all the boxes. I put them right there with Georgia in terms of best defense in the SEC. I think they're that level of good. And because of that, I think it's going to create maybe a couple issues. But I think the one area, after kind of writing about it and everything, the one area I'm maybe concerned about for LSU is the run game, as far as the traditional run game with Logan Diggs. If you look at what Alabama's done throughout the year in the SEC, they've really quieted the run games of basically everybody they've played, holding them to basically under 3 yards per carry. So that's the one area I'm concerned about. I think Jaden Daniels will get his. I think Malik Neighbors will get his. I think the pass game will be fine. But can you get those hard yards in between the A gap, between the B gap? Like, that's going to be a big thing for me.
Alabama has had a lot of star power on offense and on defense during the Saban era. I guess Kool-Aid McKinstry is potentially a star, maybe Dallas Turner. But does this unit kind of seem to be lacking in star power as far as the defense goes?
It might be a little young, I guess, outside of, like you said, Dallas Turner at defensive end has, 8 sacks on the year already. He's a monster. Caleb Downs, a true freshman at safety, was the number 5 player in the country in the 2023 class. So he's certainly talented. He leads them in tackles, actually. I mean, he's a really good player, but, kind of young. Somebody who will definitely be a highly sought-after draft pick in a few years. But him, Terrion Arnold, also sophomore, freshman All-American last year at the defensive back spot. Then you have, on the defensive line, you probably have a couple guys that'll go draft as well. Jaheim Otis at nose tackle. I forget the name of, it's Justin Abogi, I think it is. Number 92 for them is really good. So I think there's more than enough talent. Just some of it's kind of young, so I feel like people haven't really heard of it yet.
Does LSU need this to turn into a track meet on Saturday?
Yes, I think. I didn't want to say yes that quickly because I just hesitant to obviously say that the defense will have no success. But yeah, I think the offense is going to have to get in the high 30s, probably the 40s to win the game. I don't know. The over-under in Vegas right now, I think, is 60. And, 42-28 is 60 or 70. So I'm looking at it, even if it's a slower-paced game, I think the offense will have enough explosive plays to open it up.
It should be interesting. Matthew Brune is our guest, part of the Bengal Tiger over on 3. He, Billy Embody, and Shea Dixon do an awesome job. How do you expect LSU's offensive line to hold up in this game? I think that's probably the spot where if the offensive line, to me, plays really well, I think LSU's got a chance to win. I think they'll score a bunch. If that falters, I think they could be in trouble.
Yeah, I agree. That kind of goes back to my running game points, where if they can get those, 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s on the ground, that makes life a lot easier for them. And if, like we said, Will Campbell is really good. The guards have been really good. Emory Jones at right tackle, coming off an injury, has been playing against Army. He's practicing and ready to go. Charles Turner at center has been, the question mark for LSU over the past year and a half. And so we'll see. He'll definitely be tested and see if he can hold up at that center spot. But like I said, their defensive line is really, really talented, and I have high expectations of LSU's offensive line, but this is still a test that they haven't really seen before.
Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.